Hey there, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about our social media marketing intentions slash goals slash resolutions for 2025. If you're like many of us, you started the new year with these big visions, this dream of what you were going to accomplish in your practice, how many people you were going to help, how much money you were going to earn. And we know it's not all about the money, but it's that money is the proof of the impact we're having sometimes. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes that money, that income earning can shore us up and can help us to believe that what we're doing really is possible, that it's really valuable. But what happens so many times is we start to just get our goals are down here buried beneath the clutter of everyday life, of the, oh, I shoulds, and oh, I want to, and I have this idea for, and then we never take action on things, or we start to take action. We come to a place where it's hard. We don't know what we're doing. We don't know where to get the information. And so we just stop and we look in a different direction and we say, oh, but maybe if I go that way. And sometimes that can work. But frequently, all we have are these little hanging ends, loose ends. I remember at the end of 2024, I had such big hopes for my own business. And I wasn't anywhere near where I wanted to be. And I thought 2025 is going to be it. The first 4 months of 2025, I am going to prove to myself what I can do, what I'm capable of, how I can show up as the next version of myself who has a successful online business. And so on December 30th, I decided I was going to go live every day on YouTube. And I have been. I did not let this fall through the wayside. And the way that I managed to do this was because I had learned years ago about a process called habit stacking, which is sliding a new activity into your day, into your routine at a specific point. So it gives you that structure. Michelle O'Neill, the mentor and the creator of the program that I promote, that I am enjoying the heck out of being part of, she talks about structure equals freedom. And it sounds like an oxymoron, right? It sounds like, how is that even possible? Having more structure means more freedom? But you think about it, even if you're still working a traditional job, you have the structure of those work hours, right? And so you know that anytime outside of those work hours, you can be doing whatever you want. You can have activities for your children or your grandchildren. You can experience your own hobbies. You can prepare your meals. You can exercise. You can visit friends. But you know that within that period that you're scheduled to work, that they own you, you're there, right? But there's something really beautiful about that, because what I found as a semi-retired nomad is I have all the time and I get very little done. Does that sound familiar? You know you have the time, but you're scrolling. I love to play this app that's called Zen Color. So I'm basically coloring pictures with a tap on the phone, and honestly, I'm getting very bored with it. And yet, what do I still do every night? Tap, tap, tap on that for about an hour. Oof, I'm aware of it. And that's the first step to changing our behavior, right? Is finding something different that we want to do. So if you started or you ended 2024 with with an intention, a goal to change how you are marketing your coaching or healing practice, and you have let that proverbial gym membership just go by the wayside because you're letting life just continue the way that it's always been. In order to change how you're marketing your business, you have to change how you are marketing your business. It needs to become a priority. Instead of something hard and something challenging, something uncomfortable, something unfamiliar, all of these uns, instead of it being we need to make it in. intentional, in alignment, in your control. I'm sure there are other words. Independent. Um, yeah, but what are you doing? How are you moving forward? Do you need a structured program, a structured system to help you get going? With the Legacy Builders program, which is a digital course that I promote, I have learned that structure. The expectation is 2 hours a day. Now, I believe that we can modify that somewhat. One of the activities within the 2-hour day is to create 3 pieces of social media content. This is the goal. That's the mastery level of creating 3 pieces of content. When you're first starting, it's going to perhaps take you longer than an hour to do that. Because I don't know if I said this. Okay, 2-hour workday. There are 3 activities you do within that 2-hour workday. The first one is spending about an hour creating 3 pieces of social media content. And we are taught all within the program exactly how to do that and how to create it in a way that aligns with who we are, that fits who we are, who we want to talk to, and it's all included. Now, granted, and I did a regular video on my channel. I'll try to remember to come back and put a link to it in the description, where I actually broke down and documented and filmed my 2-hour workday. And it was very telling. I was able to do the 3 pieces of content in about an hour and 15 minutes. So at the early stages, that I thought was actually pretty good. But it's a learning process. So with that 1 hour, when you're first starting, because this is a skill you're developing, it's going to be uncomfortable. You're going to feel awkward getting on camera. You're going to feel awkward with the technology of whether you edit your videos on your phone, whether you download them to your computer and edit them there. So there's some learning there. And that can be part of your day when you're first starting. But the focus is to dedicate that 1 hour of time. I'm doing a block of time, but it's 1 hour of time to get to the point where you can create 3 pieces of social media content. And like I said, within the program, there are so many tips and tricks and tools for how to do this. And then eventually you may get to the point where you can actually do that in, 30 or 45 minutes, which is pretty cool. So 30 minutes of that 2-hour period of day is spending time to respond to comments on your social media posts, to respond to email questions, and that type of activity. So this can be scattered throughout the day. So it's not like it has to be from 9 to 9:30 every day. This is what you do. It's the freedom of, okay, so first thing in the morning while you're sitting down having your morning coffee, you check your social media to see if you have any comments to respond to. 10 minutes at lunchtime, you do the same. And then 10 minutes at the end of the day, you do the same. And how much time do you spend being a consumer of social media? So adding that responding time in there shouldn't feel that awkward or uncomfortable for you. And then the other 30 minutes is posting free ads to free classified ad websites. Excuse me. And this is an activity that many people in the program do not do. I did it when I first started. I have restarted doing it, but I have yet to be really consistent doing it. All of this is explained within the program. I see the value, personally, my experience, I see the value if you want to focus on YouTube, because I did get a lot of views on some of my earlier videos when I was posting the free ads that they would click through the link to the YouTube video. So I'm interested to see if I can regain that habit, that consistency. I haven't figured out where to slide it into my schedule just yet. To have that structure to give me the freedom to know that it's done and I don't have to worry about getting to it because it's within my routine. So I've already done it. And routines and habits, this is one of my specialties. This is something that when I want to accomplish something, that I can find the time in my day to do it. And I have found in the past that when people that I'm talking with are, kind of moaning and complaining about, "Oh, I wish I had the time to do that." That when they're willing, when they're open to it, I can help them find those pockets of time to be able to do things, to change their results, their outcomes, because we've changed the activities that they're doing. We're finding a place to put in something new and valuable, and they're not even missing the extra 30 minutes that they were scrolling on social media or coloring, right? So, yeah, so habits, that's one of the things. And the people who purchase the legacy builders through me, um, for the first 3 months, I will work with you as just a courtesy because you're my customer, to help you get set up, to help you fit into your day these activities, these intentions and stuff that you set at the end of 2024 that you just haven't been able to get to them. There's always something else. So it's a lot of setting your personal boundaries. That we just go into a lot of different things as you're sharing with me what's going on in your life and what's holding you back, so that we can work through those. Because if you're a coach or a healer, you have something important to do here. I feel like coaches and healers, there's so much division in the world, so much division in the United States. It's your way or my way. Instead, we know that it's our way. And so our intention, our purpose is to help bring people together through the energy of compassion and love and courage. Takes so much courage. Cali wind is the energy of change, and Cali wind represents the four traits that will help you accomplish something. So the four traits are courage, and which isn't really a trait, but and represents more, right? And is the hero of the run-on sentence where you're so breathless. It's and is the energy of abundance, and ambition. I is independence and interdependence. And then, L, I forgot the L. L, this is L. So this little piggy went to market. So courage, curiosity, confidence, capable, cap- capable, compassion. Those are the energy of C. A is and, abundance, ambition, aspirations. L is lighthearted. It's love. It's liberty. I is independence, interdependence, integrity. So those are character traits that you can play with. They're fluid. It's not one thing. It's in the moment, finding which character trait you need to where your destination is. Yen joy, or while the journey, while enjoying, the combination of yen yearning and enjoying new directions. So while enjoying new directions. Because in order to go in a new direction, you need those character traits of courage and lightheartedness, not taking things too seriously, and independence. Because other people are going to tell you you're silly, it's ridiculous, why bother? This is the way things have always been. This is the way they'll always be. You don't have good ideas. What do you mean you think you can help people? Do you have the special training for that? Sometimes we don't have the special training for it, but we're just called to do it anyway. And it's not someone else's job to tell us what we can't do when we know that we can. We are the little engine that could. Excuse me. There is a strong need. We're here at the station here, and up over this big mountain, there's a town on the other side in the valley, and they need supplies. And for whatever reasons, the other trains, they can't get there. We're the little engine. We know. We think. We think we can, we think we can, we think we can, we think we can. We get to the top of the hill and we see that little town down there. We know we can, we know we can, we know we can. And we just glide into town because that is our story. That is our passion in our heart. And we know that that's why we're here. But sometimes we do get caught up in that thought of I'm not enough. So I have to take other courses, other trainings. I have to learn more. Here's the key. Learning is amazing. I love learning. I am a lifelong student. Learning is awesome. Learning is also limiting because we focus on learning instead of implementing. Funny, L, learning, I, implementing, two of the character traits of Callie Wind. In order to go in new directions, to really enjoy that process, that journey, learn, implement. Within the Legacy Builders program, this is the focus. It is talking about teaching us consistent action. Even if we're not sure what we're doing, we're still learning, but we're implementing because we can never learn it all. And there's always more, right? And there are always different perspectives on how to do things. And this is the magic of it. When we set a goal, we set an intention, and then we have to find the path that we want to take. We're learning, we're implementing. People will tell us we're doing it wrong. People will tell us that we should do it a different way. People will tell us that we are in our zone of excellence if we do it this way. But our zone of genius is this way. If you're familiar with the book, The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks, he talks about the zone of excellence and the zone of genius. And the zone of excellence are the skills that you have that come easily to you, come naturally to you. And you can do these tasks better than most people. People look at you in awe because you can do these things. But it doesn't light you up. You know you're good at it, but it's like, that's just, it's part of who I am, but it's not that spark in my heart. Our zone of genius. Our zone of genius, I believe most of us, is hidden. It's buried. We know it in our heart. We believe it. But we're still the little engine at the bottom of the mountain with no purpose, no focus, no goal. There's no need in the valley on the other side of the mountain yet. But when we think about our clients, our potential clients, our future clients, the people who are asking the universe every day for help, and we can provide that help because that help is our zone of genius. When we can do that and we realize there are people who need us, and the mountain is getting that exposure, getting the traffic to our offers, getting people to know, like, and trust us, attracting them to us. When that's the intention we set at the end of 2024, at the beginning of 2025, and we look in the mirror at the end of the day and we say, son of a gun, I didn't do it again today. I didn't show up. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't fit it in the day. I let it go. I thought of it at around 9:30 in the morning, and then I just got distracted by life. Has that ever happened to you? Let me know in the comments. It happens. It's real. Decades worth. I have so many ideas. And it's so funny because, like I said, I'm semi-retired. I work seasonal jobs occasionally at different locations. But right now, for the past 3 months, I haven't been working. I've been creating content very consistently at the beginning of the program. I joined in July of 2024. And then October, I was working full time, and I was working 12-hour shifts, night shifts. So that was really challenging. I wasn't making consistent content consistently. I was also having tech issues with the app TikTok, where it was really difficult and so time consuming for me to edit things on my phone. And so I kind of stopped. And then I went through a period of, who am I really talking to? And I had to do some soul searching. But this is the first program, the first online course that I've ever purchased where I did not give up on it. I kept going back. I kept being somewhat engaged in the community. And now, since the end of December, every day, I have found that I really enjoy going live on YouTube. I enjoy these deeper, off-the-cuff conversations to try to attract people to me and to the Legacy Builders program. Because I know that we as coaches and healers, we have a solid purpose. Like I said, we need to bring the country together. This is our gift. This is our zone of genius, but it's hidden. It's buried. We need to remind ourselves and remember the urgency of getting up over that mountain, of putting ourselves out on social media so that people can find us. Because every day people are hurting. They're hurting so badly right now. And we need to find the strength within ourselves, that courage and the confidence that putting ourselves out there is going to help heal our country, help heal the planet, help raise the vibration of the planet. From the discouragement, the disappointment, the frustration, the fear, the anger. If we can just get people to a neutral place of this too shall pass, wouldn't that be wonderful? Where instead of wallowing for hours, days, weeks, years, that anger and bitterness, if we can get people to, instead of feeling that intense hatred 24 hours a day, if we can, with our words, with our thoughts, with our ideas, help them find a little bit of peace for just 1 hour a day to begin. And then they start to feel it for 2 hours a day, and then for 3 hours a day. And some of those relationships that they've severed, that they start to remember the good times instead of the solid disconnect in political views and these social issues, and start to remember the good times. Wouldn't that be wonderful? But we allow our own doubts, our own fears, our uncertainties hold us back. Instead of trusting in our zone of genius, we live in our zones of competence or our zones of excellence, and we just let life pass by. I mean, we're already in the third week of January. Can you believe that? Already. How are you doing on your intentions for putting yourself out there on social media to promote your coaching services and your packages? I look at the Legacy Builders program as an internship. This is a way for me to learn skills, implement and practice those skills, tweak them, pivot, you enjoy those new directions while I'm learning. And I encourage and I teach coaches and healers how to treat it the same way. And how we do this is Legacy Builders is a business in a box. So it's a multi-purpose option. So you pay one fee and you get several solutions from it. So the first thing is it's an online course where you're learning social media marketing. You're learning how to do affiliate marketing. You're learning how to create your own online courses and digital products, because we're living in the digital world. People are going online for every solution, right? We purchase everything online. We buy clothes and food and everything online, and we're buying education online. And so it's teaching you how to do those things. And part of the social media marketing, which is the key reason why I love this program, is it's really helping you explore who your ideal customer or client is. And you may have watched videos, you may have read PDFs and books about how to identify your ideal customer, and they're all valid. And within the Legacy Builders program, Michelle O'Neill, the founder, the creator of the program, she has presented it in a way that I had never heard before and that has been so impactful for me. And it may be for you. So if you've never quite narrowed down who your ideal customer is and the problem that you solve and how you solve it, this could be a great program for you to look into. Learn more, see if it works for you. The link to my website is in the description, and it's beneath my name there, www.callywindcreates.com. Again, that energy of change. Yeah, so you're learning that. And another beautiful part is She really focuses on the benefit of learning how to tell stories, your stories, other people's stories, to share what really matters, what will touch someone's emotions, not to manipulate them, but to spark them into action. Because if you have this heart calling and you're down here at the bottom of the mountain and over here are your customers and your clients, we need to be that little engine. Say there's a need over here. Someone has to do it. Someone has to do it. And for some reason, the other coaches and healers, they're not meeting the needs of this person that's over here. They're not capable of getting to that person, of reaching that person. They don't have the story that will make that connection. But you do. So when you have the courage to say, I'm going to try, I'm going to try. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. And then you get up to the top and you can see down and you can see that customer waiting for you. And then you're like, wee, here I come. Here I come. Because that person has been asking the universe for you. But we all have our own baggage, and our baggage becomes our stories. But picking out and choosing the specific stories that will resonate with our ideal customers, this is a skill to be developed. And it's a skill to be tweaked and mastered. The stories you think will resonate with people may not be the stories that resonate with people. So you may have to try it several times. You may have to tweak and adjust the key points of your stories until they connect with people. This isn't about telling lies. This is about shifting your own perspective about what the significance of that story is versus what the significance is to your audience. Doesn't have to be the same thing. I like to tell people Legacy Builders program. So it's that online course, teaches social media marketing, affiliate marketing, recurring revenue like passive income, like memberships. Excuse me, I am so sorry. How to create your own digital products, whether it's courses or journals or checklists, templates, that type of thing. So we're learning all of those things, and we have the master resale rights to these digital courses, so we can start promoting these digital courses. This is how we're implementing. This is how we're learning how to do things, and then we're practicing, we're trying, we're experimenting, we're playing, and there's no pressure to get it right. We have this forum, this opportunity to just practice, to try, to put ourselves out there on social media and refine our message of who we're helping and what our own stories are. And because we have the master resale rights, what we initially start off promoting are these 4 digital products. Now, we earn 100% profit when we do this, all within the confines of that 2-hour workday that I talked about earlier. So we're working 2 hours a day. We have the potential to earn 100% profit reselling these digital courses that I find highly valuable. There's a $100, a $300, a $600, and a $900 level. So you can choose according to your budget. When I first purchased, I purchased at the $300 level because I wasn't quite sure that I bought into this whole, it sounded kind of scammy to me. But I purchased at the $300 level and was blown away by the content, by the community, and by how I felt within this program. I felt like this was finally something I could do. And like I said, I did try on TikTok for the first few months, and that fast-paced, get your message out in 30 to 60 seconds, that just doesn't. I may go back. I may try it again now that President Trump has, extended the whole getting it out of the US. I'm not sure. I have a little bit of an integrity thing with that. Our legislature passed it to ban TikTok here in the US, and I'm waffling on that. Yes, it's been extended. I don't know that President Trump really has the legal authority to extend that. And it was a national security issue. So For now, at least, until I feel like, yes, it's okay to go back, I probably will stay away. That's my integrity speaking. So many people were so relieved that TikTok has been saved for the time being. But within this program, you can make those choices and you can do things based on your own integrity, your own values, which is the only way that we can possibly market things consistently to attract the perfect clients, right? Because if we're out of integrity, out of alignment, and we're putting out this message, we're going to attract people to that message. But if that doesn't resonate with us and doesn't feel real to us, we're always working off kilter. And that's going to lead to burnout. It's going to it's going to lean, lead to frustration, disappointment, and feel like a failure because we're not being true. We're not living and expressing ourselves in our zone of genius. This is where our magic happens. It's in our zone of genius. I need to reread that book because I think I need to go on more tangents about this. Yes, people have told me you should you should attract these people. This would be a perfect audience for you. And it's not. Because when I try to talk to those audiences when I first started this program, it didn't feel good. And if that's what's holding you back, if you made a commitment to yourself at the end of 2024, in 2025, I am going to be more consistent on social media to attract clients to me, to build my coaching practice so that I can raise the vibration of the planet. I can help people who are hurting, who have these core wounds that are creating division. And I am going to do my job, my calling, my purpose to bring people together. I need to do that when I'm in integrity. And if the other programs you have experienced, the other methods you've heard, the gurus, the experts telling you how to market your business, and it doesn't feel right to you, you're not going to do it. And what you do is going to be so out of alignment with who you are. You're not going to like the people that you're working with because your heart is always going to be saying, but you went up the wrong mountain. Yes, there are people over here that need your help, but you're meant to help the people over here. You went up the wrong mountain. That's not what I want for you in 2025 or 2026. I've tried to climb those mountains, the wrong mountains. I know my mountain is over here. These are my people. I'm here. I need to go this way, not this way. So in 2025, I have been very consistent, showing up every day, trying to provide value, trying to inspire coaches and healers that you have a message and you need to have the courage and the confidence to show up every day so that people can find you. And it doesn't matter what time of day you show up. It doesn't matter if it's the same time every day. Some people, Michelle O'Neill included, will tell you you need to show up at the same time every day, especially if you're going live. People expect it. People are used to that. Well, we don't live in the TV or the TV days anymore, where it was, at 8 p.m. Well, okay, let's go back to my parents, right? So at 7 p.m. it was the Wheel of Fortune. At 7:30 it was Jeopardy. At 8 o'clock prime time started. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every night it had a different lineup from 8 p.m. until 11 p.m. when the evening news came on again. So if you wanted to watch Matlock at 8 o'clock on Tuesdays, you had to be sitting in front of the TV at 8 o'clock on Tuesdays. That's not our world anymore. And I can understand her logic that people need to know when to show up, but our world is fluid now. Everything is asynchronous. Yes, I'm showing up live right now. And if you're here live, hello, but I don't see anyone showing up. If you are here live, great. But you know what? This is also available for you to watch 2 hours from now, 2 days from now, 2 years from now. Because this is the way our world is now. So if people are telling you you have to have that much structure in your life so that every day at 10 a.m. you're going live or you're releasing a piece of content, that's malarkey. You show up when it's good for you. But you do need to show up. And this is the importance of having that structure. This is the importance for me of habit stacking. So my routine is I get up in the morning and I do the usual morning things. I make my husband's coffee. I go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, wash my face, those types of things, and get dressed, of course. And I head out the door and I go for my morning walk. I don't start my walk every day at 8 a.m. or at 9 a.m. Today it was about 9:15. Most days I walk pretty much the same distance because I have a loop here. So it will be either 2.7 miles or 3.7 miles or 4.5 miles. Those are my typical walks. My pace changes. So some days I'm walking faster, some days I'm walking slower because I'm listening to something, I'm doing voicemail exchanges with some friends. So my walk time changes. So I get back from walking. I will go inside, I will go pee usually, and then I come out and I do Pilates. My Pilates app, it changes. It can be 9 to 15 minutes long. I do Pilates and then I do my live stream. Depending on what time it is, when I get up, when I go out to walk, will determine what time my live stream is. And it's not going to be perfect every single day. Some days it's starting to get light earlier, just barely, but it's nice. And I love knowing that it's happening. But we're in the winter here in the desert. It's still cold in the mornings. This morning, I think it was 37 or 38 when I got up. I stayed in bed a little bit longer, didn't get out of bed until 9 o'clock this morning. It felt good. Came out and I walked. But if I had that structure of every day at 10 a.m., I need to go live, then I wouldn't have gone for my walk this morning. I would have hung around. I would have frittered away time because I needed to be available to do my live stream. So maybe I wouldn't have gotten my walk in. Would have still been able to do Pilates, but my day would have been pushed off. Or if I said that I was going to go at 11 a.m. every day because I knew that I could get my walk and my Pilates done, and then I could plan on 11 a.m. Well, what if I finish up at 10:15 and then I have to wait 45 minutes to go live? Well, what if I get involved in an activity or I don't take advantage of the 45 minutes because I don't want to get involved in outlining my next video or something, or um, whatever I do over the course of the day, right? Searching and scrolling, creating content, continuing learning in my lessons and stuff. But I have this 45-minute block of time that I'm not using efficiently because I need to wait until 11 a.m. Structure equals freedom, but sometimes structure is also a prison to us because we don't want this to be another job, right? Where we have to show up at a specific amount of time. The beauty of this program is the flexible 2-hour income generating activity day, which is our marketing. That's what that is. It's a fancy way of saying we're finally going to promote our products and our services. Habit stacking for me is what works. It's building that structure into my day so that I do this, then I do this, then I do this, then I do this, then I do this. There is no gap in between. It flows just like this. So I have this block of time that can be anywhere from an hour to 2.5 or 3 hours. Those are the things I focus on. We do this automatically in our lives. We have habits. We have our morning habits. We have our lunchtime habits, our afternoon habits. Within our work days, we have habits of we expect this. We have a meeting at 9 every day. We do this. We do this. We can expect this to happen. We're creatures of habit because it makes it easier for our brains to process what needs to be done. It's breaking into those patterns, which are so ingrained that we don't even realize what we're doing, to add new, positive, beneficial habits that serve us, that will help us, serve our customers. So that structure helps us, but we don't need to be so structured like the TV schedule. We have streaming, which that's all we do. TV services. We stream everything. And yes, there are things that are on a fixed timeline, like we're NFL fans. Football season is winding down, but every week we knew what time those football games were if we wanted to watch them live, right? But nowadays, even you don't even have to do that. There are services where you can, well, it used to be DVRing them or recording them on a VCR. Remember those days where we could watch them later? So we have the option to do it live or to watch it later. And that gives us freedom so that we don't have to fix ourselves into a certain schedule if it doesn't work for us. But we've set goals to promote our services. It was a commitment. This was going to be our year. It's our time. It's our turn. We're finally going to do something with our businesses, with practice. And here it is, January, I think the 23rd. How much have you done? How consistently are you showing up? Are you responding to these calls over here, saying that they need your zone of genius? They need you. They're sending up prayers every day to the universe saying, I need help with this. They may not even know what they need help with. They just know they're hurting. Something isn't right to them. They don't like the way they're feeling. They're down here vibrationally, emotionally, and they want to get up here, but it's too big a leap for them. They can't do it alone. And you're the answer. And you just may be at neutral right now, but you can still help them. Because someone up here, that just feels too impossible for them. They can't imagine taking that leap. Like for me, one of the challenges I have in the Legacy Builders program is Michelle O'Neill talks about that it's very possible, and people in the community are doing it, earning $10,000 a month. That's only 11 sales. Base level program, the Legacy Builders program. $10,000 a month. I have never in my life earned $10,000 a month. I would love to, but I don't quite see that as possible for me. So who would I want to learn from? Someone who's telling me how to get $10,000 a month, or someone who's making $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 a month reselling this program? Those are the people I want to learn from, because those are the people that are connected to me. It doesn't feel as hypey. If I were to sell 4 programs a month, $3,600, that would be phenomenal, right? Because in 5 months, less than 5 months, on May 1st, the opportunity to start collecting Social Security begins. And that had been my plan until I discovered this program. And here I am, 5.5 months into it. I still have not made a sale. And I know that that's on me because I know this program works. And this is why I'm showing up consistently. This is why I'm still working on my messaging. This is why I am still tapping into my zone of genius rather than my zone of competence and excellence. I know there are coaches here who need to learn these skills. And I know that when I become the person that provides the message, that can blah, 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 that can speak the message that touches them, that connects with them, that's when my life will change. It's when their life will change. And that's when their customers, their clients' lives will change. Because we're all going up and down all of these mountains. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful, beautiful thing. But if we set intentions and then don't take the action, we're not helping anyone. All we're doing is creating a more baggage of failure to leave behind us. So the Legacy Builders, I think of it as a bridge. The bridge of Caliwind, that energy of change, because it takes courage. And it takes lightheartedness, not taking this too seriously. And it takes being independent enough to know what aligns with me, what works for me, and what I can discard. and what I can choose not to do, as long as I'm still moving forward or moving up the hill, right? So I hope today's lesson was inspiring. I hope it makes you think. What did you set for goals for promoting your practice, your services? Have you been taking consistent action? Do you need a little bit more structure? Do you need more information with a supportive community and a guide to help you stick with it? Someone who will help you fit it into your busy day, that will help you overcome those doubts, those fears, those uncertainties, who will be your cheerleader. I encourage the encouragers. That's one of my gifts. That is my genius. Believing in you when you can't believe in yourself yet. Because if you can dream it in your heart and you have the courage to share that dream with someone, to trust someone enough to share your dream, that person, I can believe in you. And it doesn't just feels good. It doesn't cost me anything. It's not a burden to me. It's an opportunity for me just to light up and just bask in your brightness because I see it. Whatever you set for intentions at the end of 2024, if you are not consistently taking action on those and supporting them, and you would like help doing that with a program that I can show you how to use it as an internship to learn and implement and master the skills you need so that you can promote your own products and services, let me know. Type ready in the comments. Go to the link, www.callywindcreates.com. It's in the description. And I would love to help you get started because we're still early in 2025 and there is still plenty of time for all of us to help bring people together, to heal their wounds and help raise the vibration of the planet. But it starts with us taking action, being that pebble that drops into the pond to create the ripple effect. All right. Have an amazing day, and I will be back tomorrow.